Hey, YouTubers! Alright, I want to go over something that somehow it slipped people's attention. And this has to do with the Kanye West when he was in the Oval Office. He sort of let slip what his actual IQ is, and it's 111. And you're like, wait a minute, he didn't say his IQ was 111. But he did. He mentioned, he was like, I'm going to drop some bombs on you. My certain areas of my intelligence are 98%. And then he said, for people, it's 75%. He said that real quick, but he said 75% for people. Obviously, he was talking about his overall IQ when he said 75%. So he was in the 75 percentile for people in IQ. Here's what I want you to do, if you don't believe me. Go to Google. Go to Google. Type in 75% IQ. See what it comes up with. It's going to tell you 111. All right. And the other thing that was kind of interesting is he was like, I'm in the 98th percentile on these other subjects. I'm like, okay. Type in 98%. That's 130 IQ. Now, to give Kanye West his due, I do believe he's an extremely creative human being. And if you listen to his music, you can see that he has a lot of creativity, especially when it comes to music. And one thing IQ tests don't really do that well is measure for creativity. They don't. It's a flaw in the IQ test. So if I was Kanye West, instead of pointing to my IQ, what would I brag about? I probably would brag about having, I think he either has the second or most amount of Grammys for any musician in the history of the Grammy Awards. He has like a ton of Grammys. I think last time I checked it was like 24 Grammys or something. It's probably a lot higher now. It's probably even higher now. So yeah, I would brag about, I got a couple dozen Grammys. That's what makes me a musical genius. You don't have to be a genius in everything. It's okay if you're a genius in music. That's cool. So yeah, Kanye kind of semi-slipped that he has 111 IQ, but that, for me, I'm like, that's cool. He's still a creative genius, and they don't really measure that creativity, so when it comes to IQ test. And so there you go. My theory about where he kind of bombed out, because he's talked about where he bombed out, was counting numbers, 8-digit numbers backwards. My guess it has to do with all sorts of pattern recognition, like, 2, 4, what's the next number, stuff like that. And my guess, since he's a rapper and he deals with lyrics, I'm guessing word association, like, he did very, very well. And that's where you got 98th percentile, which would be 130 IQ according to Google. Who knows, maybe Google's lying to me and I don't know what the freak I'm talking about. Yes, this could be. But yeah, according to Google, just type in 75% for an IQ and you get 111. So, there you go. So, alright. You guys have a nice day. Bye-bye.